SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Taylor and the LA Chargers taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. But he won't quite make it to the 25. The veteran Tyrod Taylor gets set to lead this Chargers offense as they take the field.
Many in the outside world see Tyrod Taylor as a bridge quarterback since the Chargers moved on from Phillip Rivers and drafted Justin Herbert. But head coach Anthony Lynn, he sees much more than that. They were together as play caller and quarterback in Buffalo when they went to the playoffs. And Coach Lynn believes that Tyrod Taylor can replicate that in Los Angeles.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Running on first down, Eckler. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Carr. We'll find Richard here underneath. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chargers pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the football going back to the Chargers. This is a Chargers team that lost their Week 8 game in Denver 31-30, but that score, although it's close, and it was a close game, doesn't really tell the whole story because it was 24-3 in favor of L.A. in the 3rd quarter, but then they allowed 3 touchdowns and the first team to ever blow 4 leads of 16 points or more in 4 straight games. Well, unfortunately, that's the Los Angeles Chargers now. The inability to close out games really continuing to plague them as this season goes. And Justin Herbert, the NFL's Rookie of the Month for October, he got better as the game went on. Ended the day with 278 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Looked like his effort would be enough, but it was not. He's only the 2nd rookie ever, by the way, with 3 or more touchdown passes in 4 straight games. So with those numbers, you would think the Chargers would have a great record. But again, 2-5 right now. They really need victories. And they'll host division rival Las Vegas next week and then travel to Miami in search of those victories. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and 5.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Offense coming back out for the Raiders. This is a team that continues to be a tough one to figure out week to week. Week 7, they give up 45 points at home to Tom Brady and the Bucs. But Week 8, they play one of the best defensive games by any team in the NFL all year in a 16-6 win over the Browns in Cleveland. Their third road win of the year as well. Hunter Renfrow had the only touchdown of the game, and Josh Jacobs, he ran for 128 yards as the Raiders move back over 500 now at 4-3. So you look ahead, up next, 3 straight games within the division. A very key stretch at the Chargers, then home for the Broncos, and home for the Chiefs on Sunday night in Week 11. A huge 3 weeks coming up. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. L.A. readies for its next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, and his throw is incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Taylor, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Taylor trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because It's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it'll be second down. Well, CD, we are through 8 weeks of the 2020 NFL schedule. Now, 12 teams have played exactly 8 games. The other 20, because of open weeks, will reach that number next week, week 9. But I want to go through a few of the teams with 8 games, and you tell me where you think that they're going to finish up. Let's start with the Browns at 5-3.
And I thought that they'd be 6-2.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. Raiders have recovered. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now the 5th-year running back, it's Jalen Richard. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tyrell Williams, now a member of the Raiders, but he began his career with these Chargers. He spent 4 years with the Bolts. His best season came in 2016. That was the year that Keenan Allen went down in the opener with a knee injury. And Williams that year wound up with 69 catches for over 1,000 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr with a touchdown pass to Henry Ruggs. And the Raiders have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 31, Taylor over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Taylor, and a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Draw play, it's Eckler, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Taylor. Open man, it's Allen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Taylor. And now he'll tuck it and run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Taylor. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Badgley on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Well, as mentioned earlier, we're at or around the midway point of the season right now. And I want to go through a few AFC races and hear your thoughts on who's going to win. Let's start in the South. The Titans and the Colts 5-2, and the other team's only 1 victory. Who do you think wins this?
Boy, that's going to be a really tough one because of their style of play. But I will lean towards the Colts for 2 reasons. Defense and a reliable kicker.
Well, let's go to the north then. Steelers 7-0, Ravens 5-2, Browns 5-3. Is this the Steelers division?
I think it is with the way that they've started. Remember, they beat the Ravens on the road in their first matchup, and they beat the Browns at home. Gotta like how the Steelers are playing so far. And then the changing guard in the East, Buffalo on top at 6-2. Is this all about the Bills, CD? It should be all about the Bills, but how about those Dolphins? Now 4-3, Tua in charge at quarterback. They meet in the last regular season game of the year. I do think the Bills win the division, though. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Final play of the half. It's Taylor over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
A more big picture discussion. We talked about the races in the AFC, but how about the NFC? Let's start out west. You got 4 teams out there at 500 or better. Seattle 6-1, Arizona 5-2. What do you think about the West, CD?
I do like Seattle, despite the fact that they lost at Arizona recently in overtime. They've got Russell Wilson. They win the division.
Yeah, it's probably looking like the Bucs and Saints in the South. They meet in Week 9. You have a preference there?
I do think that Tampa Bay's defense makes the difference in this one, despite the fact that New Orleans has won this division the last 3 years.
All right, we saved the best for last. You knew we had to go to it. What do you think is going to go on in the disaster that is the NFC East?
Believe it or not, Philadelphia's getting healthier and getting some of their key players back. I think it's Philly's division to lose.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Return, it's King. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Taylor on first down. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. All right, let's go ahead and look at Week 9 of the NFL schedule. Some really good games. I mean, Green Bay, San Francisco Thursday night. That obviously a good one. But Seattle at Buffalo, 6-1 and 6-2. That should be a fun one.
It is a fun one because Russell Wilson may be the MVP right now, but Josh Allen has played well for Buffalo at quarterback.
How about just looking down here, Miami, Arizona, two hot teams and two good young quarterbacks.
Yeah, Tua versus Kyler Murray. That was a Heisman race in 2018. In 2020, it's the young arms race.
And a big one on Sunday night. Drew Brees and his 560 career touchdown passes versus Tom Brady. I think Tom has, what, 559, CD?
Yeah, how about that? I mean, this race is a big one, not just in terms of the scoreboard, but, of course, the record book.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Richard on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go! Here we go!
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Carr. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier, and this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And a slant hold in by Ruggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Joe Reed returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Been there, done that.
Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here is Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run here with Eckler, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 2nd and 7, Taylor will find Williams on the sling. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Taylor. On the screen, this is Eckler. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Flush to his, and this is going to be a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Tyrod Taylor touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
And he'll throw right away.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And now it's 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. It's a screen to Richard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr.
And once more to Ruggs. This time the catch made.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
He'll find Richard here underneath.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Carr to throw again.
The open man here, Renfrow.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr now on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun now for Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets it down to the 32. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Carr to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10
at the 34. After the interception, here's Taylor sliding out of the pocket. They'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And his throw here is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Carr to the rookie Ruggs for a Raider 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr again. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Oh, he stays up. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. He'll look to throw. Drops this off to Richard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. To throw is Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. One final try now for Carr, and it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Reed returning. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Oh, why are we doing this?
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. First throw in overtime now for Taylor. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now Taylor. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Here's Ty Long now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. There's a nice move. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down now, Richard. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few 1st downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 45 on second down, Taylor looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
It's Eckler again. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 31. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.